Depopulation was another one of the problems that could have helped bring the fall of Western Rome. Disease killed 10% of the population. Losing that many people caused a lot of issues in pulling in tax money. Since there were fewer people to pay taxes, the government got less tax revenue, meaning less to pay military officials, leading to less loyalty from the military. They tried to stop that by letting officers pay fewer taxes, but that decreased the revenue even more, meaning even less money to spend on the military, which ended up weakening central power. Depopulation also meant that there was a lot more unused farmland, so Rome would have problems producing resources. The unused farmland also had an effect on Rome's economy. A combination of disease-related deaths and people fleeing from high taxes meant that landlords could collect a ton of land. They replaced slaves with tenant farmers and ended up gaining a lot of power. The estates that they had created were self-sustainable and important to local economies. The landlords also found ways to weasel out of paying huge taxes. They were such an influential power that they got involved in the political system, then managed to mess it up and help wear down its core. High taxes, as previously mentioned, were another difficulty. Factors such as Diocletian's reforms and loss of people to disease meant that the government needed more money than they could normally obtain. Taxes were raised for peasants and poor tenant farmers, and greatly damaged the middle class, which prevented it from growing. They were so bad that people and their children were basically tied to their jobs. Another big issue in the economy of Rome was the devaluation of coins. Silver coins were quickly losing their percentage of silver and ended up being mostly bronze. This led to people hoarding money, because old coins would be worth a lot more than new ones. The hoarding essentially took a ton of money out of circulation. To try to compensate, the government kept producing more and more money, which of course led to inflation. Stuff rose in price, but wages didn't rise as quickly as prices, leading to economic distress. One of the things that kept the Western Roman economy going was trade, and that began to fall apart too. Certain guilds were regressing in quality and disappearing due to less demand as people didn't have money to spend. Western Rome had previously done a lot of international trade, but that was largely taken over by the Easterners. Frontier trade around Germany could have also been a huge market, but imperial restrictions prevented most stuff from crossing the borders. Trading was bound to spiral downward anyway, as other problems made sure Rome didn't have enough resources to support itself, much less to trade internationally.